and of course we can give it more effects, like make it shiny. So if we can find a good angle. Where's the sun at? Over there. It's just really high, isn't it? Oh, there we go. So that gives it some shininess, some waxiness maybe. Depends on how you want to do it. Cool. And it looks like that from below. Now, I think the part of the problem is that has glow on it now. We don't need that. And it will just make it as was suggested. Some light blue. Probably get a tiny bit of glow to take the edge off of the shadow on the actual fog, but not enough so it looks bright. Yeah, so there you go. Cool. Now something else I added was when it's from beneath, I wanted it to catch the light. So actually that's set up the lighting. So let's add a sun and sky gadget, and we're gonna just make it pitch black because that's how I did it in my level. It just gives you a bit more control over the lighting and stuff. So now I will just add my own light. It's in there somewhere. Oh, it'll be up there, won't it? There you go. So if I rotate that, like that, press triangle, that doesn't do anything. But we just rotate it. And we probably want this like super far above. Let's turn on hover effect. There we can see it. Cool. And drag that down. There we go. So the same thing happens with the fog. The difference is because it's not just infinitely far away, it kind of expands out these shadows. So now we want to make the fog smaller. I don't know if that makes sense. Just the angles of it. So also because it's, yeah, I think it's that, yeah, I think I might use the sun actually, and see how that looks. So I'll make it directly above, like that. Give it more brightness, just make it white. Yeah, that actually improves the quality of the fuzziness of the fog, apparently. I have to add that to my my scene. So cool. So we don't want it to be. I think you could probably tweak all these colours and stuff. You just right like that. That seems a bit. Maybe it's too opaque. Yeah, and that's too bright of a colour. Make it less saturated. It's got glow on it or something. Yeah, so from the top, so underneath, we don't want it to be, how to explain this? So we like the shininess because then we get like a reflection of the sun, but then but we don't want it too waxy because it kind of can mess with other things. Anywho, what I did was change this setting again, based on if we were above or below. So if we actually put this through a selector, then we can have everything for above in one channel, and everything below in another channel. So if you put that in there, then when this isn't true, it will send out a 0 and set the active port to 0, which is A. When it's true, then it will send out a 1, set the active port to 1, and it will be B. So then we can have a couple of chips that are powered by A and B. Oh. So then we don't need this. We can just put that in. So what is that? When it's underwater. So this will be above. And this is below. Okay. And I'll put this in the above category, and the fog into the above category, and then below we want to be able to, oh no, I put it in the wrong place. We want the fog to be below. So then when we're below, the fog appears and the surface disappears. Okay. So when we're below, we want to change this, and I'll just use a keyframe and make it waxy, and then we can leave it kind of metally. I don't know. You can have this however you like, of course. Yeah, so when we're below, one thing to note is keyframes. When you just make a new keyframe and you don't immediately stamp it into a timeline, it comes in powered off. So if you just turn it on, then when this is powered, the keyframe will be powered, and it'll activate, make it waxy. So then you can have a different look to it, and no one can see like this change. If you're actually in a level anyway, it's like if you go like that, you can't see the moment it changes because it just changes perfectly. If you have like the positions of everything set up correctly. So cool, so we've got that. Now we'll add some like fog around here, which will give us a sense of like not perfectly pure water. So I'll just make another fog from over here. Make it square. Move it around. And drag it out so it just engulfs that whole area. Like that. I don't need any fall off really. Because we'll just be either in this box or not in this box. That's all that matters. So now you can see it's dark and dingy. We can turn the density way down and just make it white or something. And now if we just have a little bit of density and then make it white. Don't want that. You just fiddle with these numbers until you get it to look just right. And then you get a bit of like these some streaky light patterns going on. And as time goes on, those streaky light patterns will kind of change. It's very hard to see them, but they're there, honestly. Cool, we might tint it blue a bit. Make it even just slightly more sea-like or whatever. Cool. So now we can Oh, one thing I wanted to show. Let's make it. Yeah, give it a slight glow actually. So I don't know if you can see that, but like, so you can see these little circles and stuff. That's what the fog is made up of. These little circles twitching around. So that is actually taken from this fleck type. So if we go in here, and I'll just turn that off. Then if you watch these shapes, if you like squint, you can just about see. So now you can see kind of weird triangular shapes. So you can kind of tweak these. So one that's good is the splat. I can't remember what it's called, but it's kind of like a paint splat or something, and then it looks like the least like a geometric shape. So that might be what you want. So now it's got too much glow. Oh, it's just too dense. So now I can increase the glow a bit. I think I do want it white like that. And you can like fiddle these numbers to get it looking however you like. Cool.